Welcome everybody, and this is going to be an overview of Batman the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 3. In about 2.5 months, a reprint of this omnibus comes out, so I wanted to get this out before then just for fun. As you can see, this has Batman by himself in his original 40s look. This is stories from the mid-40s. Here's the side of it. Here's the back. This collects World's Finest issues 10 through 14, or the Batman stories in there. Detective Comics 75 to 92. Okay, this is not really looking... There we go. And Batman issues 16 through 25. This has the first appearances of Alfred. Actually, I think the first issue in here, Batman issue 16, is the first appearance of Alfred. Or I know that's the first appearance of Alfred, just I think it's the first book in here. Tweedledee and Tweedledum actually have two really good stories in here. So, I took the cover off. Let's flip into this and show you guys what it has. Oh, and it also has the very first supervillain team-up in, I think in Batman comics, well, definitely in Batman comics, but I don't know if it's for all comic books ever, first supervillain team-up. But right there, they covered a Batman issue 25 where Joker and the Penguin teamed up. Here's all the content. It's about the same length. A little bit longer. It's 780 pages. So, we start off with, yes, Batman issue 16. Now, on this channel, I've done a full review on this issue, so... starts all off with a Joker story. Joker gets amnesia. And, yeah, that's an interesting thing. And then, of course, Alfred's first appearance where he's overweight and a bumbling idiot. I mean, he's still a funny bumbling idiot in the future stories, but he becomes more like how the TV serial was where he's tall and skinny. We have another Joker story here where he's robbing flowers or something. I forget really fast. We also get the first appearance of the villain, the Cavalier. Here's the Penguin right here, a Penguin story where he's insulted, and I was actually planning to draw him out into the open. But Batman stops him in his goons. Let's see if there's anything else at the start that I didn't just tell you guys about. There's a story about this kid who runs away from school, but Robin convinces him to go back to it. These guys try and steal I think they do steal the Batplane if I remember. Anyway, the Crime Doctor has his two appearances in here, and then he dies, but if you remember, he was a thing from the animated series. Some of these stories, actually a lot more than normal, are about, like, in the past events, where Batman's describing them, or he's giving, like, a modern-day lesson on, oh, here's how important electricians are, etc., and then he does a job with them and has to fight crime with them. Let's see, is it Batman? I know it's Detective Comics issue, like this one right here, where he's with emergency services, helping them out and talking about all they do. Detective Comics issue 83. Here's the crime surgeon again. He was actually a little bit of an interesting character because he would give criminals plans to commit their robberies foolproof, and then he would also help them if they got injured. But his number one goal is to help actual patients who are hurt, and that's kind of what got him stuck. Oh, this is a nice story, the Snow Globe one. This guy is from the future, actually, a surprising tale here of Batman finding someone from the future already. And it's kind of a cool turnaround story, and they actually, I think it is this issue where they reference a bunch of old Batman tales, and he has trophies of each of them right here, which I actually really like. Two-Face's finale, his first three appearances, kind of culminating in a trilogy right here where Two-Face ends up saving Batman's life. Batman issue 19, yeah, there's one where he goes to Atlantis, but nothing with Aquaman. Aquaman wasn't created at the time. Let's see, Batman and Joker at a zoo, kind of a funny ending there. So, Detective Comics issue 81. This is the first appearance of the Cavalier. He is a rich guy like Bruce Wayne. They're actually in the same clubs together, but they don't know each other's identity. And the Cavalier is actually just, seems to be doing this for fun, not for money or anything. He gets really useless items he steals and takes, but he does it for the thrill of it all. And I think that's a really interesting character, especially at this time. He gets away at the end of his first story. Joker time traveled, or at least makes it look like he time traveled and left Batman in the past. Batman helps people. Yeah, there's this one. Did you see that? That girl's jumping into the river to commit suicide, and Batman saves her. Was this it? No. Is this the story? Let me see. No, it's issue 83. Okay. Alfred gets his man. Yep, I think this is the last full story of Alfred. Yep, issue 83. And you can see here, Batman is cracking open a safe, but Alfred goes away for a vacation. But he comes back, and it's like, who is this guy who came back for a second? It turns out it's Alfred, and he's tall and skinny now, and that's how he is to this day. Batman issue 21. I didn't like the covers for a lot of these, but anyway. There's a lot more reading as you go on through the main Batman issue tales, but all the same. And then Alfred starts getting his own mini tale, which is only 4 pages, but it makes the issue shorter. Here's the Penguin again, starting, another trick up his sleeve. An imposter Joker. There's a story here. I think it's in a Batman story where an imposter Joker is committing crime. Yep, no, it's in Detective Comics 85. Yeah, we don't know anything. Oh, yeah, we do know who the fake Joker does turn out to be. Another person who's just framing the Joker, but it is cool because in this story, I think it's the first time Batman and the Joker actually team up to stop the imposter. Here we go, issue 22. The first time Alfred gets his mini... Oh, Catwoman is in one story in here. Let's see. Let me flip to the Alfred stuff. Here we go. These 4 pages, Alfred just living his day-to-day and solving a case. Quote-unquote solving it. It's more like he bumbles through it. And then the Cavalier rides again. This is the second Cavalier, last story in this omnibus with the Cavalier, but hey, he gets away at the end too. Penguin again. I love the Penguin, especially more early Penguin where he had trick umbrellas and he committed crimes by himself. So, I forget what that one was, but anyway, the next story is the Joker. Alright, I'm going to flip through here until I get to the team-up story where Batman and Robin fight Joker and Penguin teaming up. Oh, nope, sorry, I was wrong. The Cavalier has a 3rd story in here, and I think this is where he actually does get captured. Oh no, he escapes again. That was fun. Alright, oh, here we go. Here's the Tweedledee and Tweedledum story. Wait, was this Batman issue 25? No. But yeah, it's a really good story with Tweedledum and Tweedledee pretend to be in 2 places at once, and one of them is the mayor of the town, and they try to arrest Batman, but of course he's too smart for them, and they were just scamming the city out of money by making it seem like there was gold, and then they bought the gold. I kind of forget how their plan made sense right now, but anyway... Detective Comics 91, another Joker tale. He plays practical jokes on the whole city. It's actually pretty entertaining. And then here we go, the big one in my opinion, Batman issue 25. Penguin and Joker get thrown in jail together. I actually like that it starts out with a typical Penguin robbery, and Batman actually captures him here. And then they break out together and decide to each kind of be in competition with each other. But after Batman stops it, they decide to team up with each other. But then their arguing leads to them getting defeated. Yeah, it's a pretty typical... Well, actually, I wouldn't say it's a typical supervillain team-up story, because usually it's just the villains teaming up and then fighting each other. But they were actually in competition at first, and then teamed up, and then arguing with each other. That's what got them defeated. So that was actually a little bit unique. Surprising, since, like I said, this is one of the very first supervillain team-ups ever. Other than that, nothing else that I can remember that was that big. Just Batman living his day-to-day fighting random criminals all the time. That's it. We have a lot more talk here. Of course, these Omnis don't have any concept art or extra credit stuff in the back of them. But with that said, when I recommend this, you see at this time, this was $75. I think nowadays it's going to be, with the reprint, $125. Ooh, but maybe not. I would honestly not recommend this as much as the first 2, and less than, so my ranking right now is number 2 is a must buy, number 1 is a you can buy, number 3 is a, yeah, you can skip it. We'll see number 4, because they also have volume 4, and I'll be reading through that and reviewing it soon. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed this little run through of this, and have a good day.